We're talking about a very special piece, the 2008 P Mint Mark $quarter coin that has captured the attention of collectors worldwide. Believe it or not, some of these coins are worth millions of dollars. Sounds crazy, right? Let's break down the history, the details, and most importantly, how this coin could make you rich. First, a little history. The 2008 P quarter was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which is what the P Mint mark represents. 2008 was the final year of the highly popular 50-state quarters program, a series that started back in 1999. That year, 5 quarters were released to honor the states of Oklahoma, New Mexico, Arizona, Alaska, and Hawaii, making it a memorable year for coin collectors. Each state quarter had a unique design, representing significant symbols of that state. For instance, the Alaska quarter features a grizzly bear with a salmon, while Hawaii's quarter honors King Kamehameha, the first ruler to unify the Hawaiian Islands. But what makes these particular 2008 quarters potentially worth millions? Here's where things get really interesting. While millions of these coins were produced, a select few have errors or variations that make them incredibly valuable. These errors can range from misaligned dies, double strikes, to missing details, and these flaws make them extremely rare. And as we all know, the rarer the coin, the higher the value. Some of these error coins have sold at auction for jaw-dropping prices, reaching millions of dollars. Imagine checking your pocket change and finding one of these golden tickets. In 2023, a 2008 P quarter with a minting error was auctioned for a staggering amount, turning a simple quarter into a multimillion-dollar treasure. Collectors are always on the lookout for rare coins, and demand continues to grow. Even regular 2008 P quarters in pristine condition, known as mint state, can fetch a hefty sum from the right buyer. Check for anything unusual like doubling on the design, missing letters, or off-center strikes. The higher the grade, the better. Coins in uncirculated condition, meaning they look as if they've never been used, are the ones that attract collectors. If you think you have a special coin, consider getting it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. A high grade can skyrocket its value. Don't forget, errors aren't the only thing that can make a coin valuable. The condition and grading are just as important. If your 2008 P quarter is in mint state, it could still be worth thousands of dollars. Who knew that a simple coin from your change could be worth millions? So the next time you get a 2008 P Mint Mark quarter, make sure to check for those rare errors, take care of its condition, and get it certified if you think it's special. Who knows? You might just have a hidden treasure in your hands. We're diving into a fascinating piece of American numismatic history, the 1965 No Mint Mark $quarter coin. Not only does this coin have a rich history, but it could also be worth millions. So stick around to find out why. To understand the significance of the 1965 No Mint Mark quarter, we need to look back at the year it was minted. In 1965, the United States was facing a coin shortage due to rising metal costs. As a result, the U.S. Mint began producing coins with less silver, transitioning from the traditional 90% silver composition to a clad composition. This meant that coins like the quarter were now made of a copper-nickel mix. Interestingly, in 1965, the U.S. Mint decided to omit mint marks on all coins produced that year. So, if you find a quarter without a mint mark, it's likely a 1965 no mint mark coin. Now, let's talk rarity. While millions of quarters were minted in 1965, only a small percentage were produced without a mint mark. This has made the 1965 no mint mark quarter highly sought after by collectors. But what makes it truly special is the condition of the coin. Coins that have been preserved in excellent condition, specifically those graded MS65 or higher, can fetch astronomical prices. Some examples have been known to sell for thousands, and in rare cases, even millions at auction. Make sure the coin is dated 1965. The 1965 quarter has a reeded edge, just like its predecessors. It features the iconic portrait of George Washington on the front and the American eagle on the reverse. Remember, there should be no mint mark under the date. So, how much can you expect to get for a 1965 no mint mark quarter? Well, the value can vary dramatically based on condition. A standard circulated coin may be worth just a few dollars, but uncirculated examples and those in high grade can reach prices between $5,000 to $10,000 or more. And for those rare, pristine specimens, we're talking potential sales that could soar into the millions. In conclusion, the 1965 no-mint mark quarter dollar is not just a coin. It's a hidden treasure with a captivating history and significant market value. So, the next time you're flipping through your change, keep an eye out for this potentially valuable piece of American history. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more fascinating coin stories. And let us know in the comments if you've ever come across a 1965 no-mint mark quarter. Happy hunting, everyone! We're shining a spotlight on a remarkable piece of numismatic history, the 1978 D-Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar coin. You won't want to miss this, especially when we talk about its surprising value. Let's start with a little history. The Washington quarter, first minted in 1932, has undergone several design changes, but the version we're focusing on today was struck from 1932 until 1998. The 1978 D-Mint Mark quarter was produced at the Denver Mint, which means it has a distinctive D stamped on the reverse side, just above the in quarter. In 1978, the U.S. was in a time of economic change. The quarter's design features George Washington on the front and an eagle on the back, symbolizing freedom and strength. Over 300 million quarters were produced in 1978. But what sets the D-Mint mark apart? Let's find out. While the total mintage of the 1978 D quarter is high, only a small number are considered to be in excellent condition. Collectors often seek coins that are uncirculated or graded well by professional services. The condition of your coin can dramatically affect its value. A typical 1978 D quarter in circulated condition is worth about 25 cents, but it's the high-grade coins that capture collectors' attention. Coins graded at MS-65 or higher can fetch impressive prices. Some collectors have reported sales of pristine 1978 D quarters at auctions for hundreds, even thousands of dollars, particularly if they have unique characteristics, like a double die error or other minting anomalies. In fact, the value of rare 1978 D-Mint Mark quarters can reach into the millions under the right circumstances. For example, a well-preserved specimen with the right errors could be worth up to $5,000 or more, depending on collector demand and market conditions. So, what should you look for in your coin collection? Keep an eye out for those uncirculated coins, as well as any striking errors. If you think you might have a rare one, it's worth getting it professionally graded. You never know. What looks like just another quarter could be a hidden treasure. Asterisk in summary, the 1978 D-Mint Mark quarter dollar is not just a piece of change. It's a glimpse into America's economic history and a potential goldmine for collectors. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more exciting coin stories. And share your thoughts in the comments below. Do you have any 1978 D quarters in your collection? We're diving into one of the most interesting coins from the 1960s, the 1967 no-mint mark Washington quarter. What makes this coin so special? And could one of these be hiding in your pocket worth millions of dollars? Stick around, and you'll find out. The 1967 Washington quarter was minted at a time when America was undergoing significant change culturally and economically. This coin, like others from 1965 to 1967, was part of a fascinating period in U.S. coinage history. But why no mint mark? Well, during these years, the U.S. Mint decided to remove mint marks from coins. The reason? To curb hoarding. That's right, after the switch from silver to copper-nickel-clad coins in 1965, people were hoarding quarters with mint marks, especially the older silver ones. So, to stop this, the Mint made a bold move. No mint marks on quarters, dimes, and half dollars for 3 years. With this decision, all 1967 Washington quarters were produced without a mint mark, regardless of whether they were struck in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. But here's the real question. How does a 1967 no-mint mark quarter go from being a common pocket change coin to potentially worth millions? Most 1967 quarters are pretty common, But what if I told you that certain rare variations of this coin can fetch a fortune? Let's break down why some of these coins could be worth big money. One key factor that can make a 1967 no-mint mark quarter valuable is if it has errors or unusual features. Error coins happen during the minting process, like double die strikes, off-center strikes, or coins with missing or extra elements. Collectors are always on the lookout for these rare mistakes. There have been 1967 quarters discovered with striking errors that are so unique, collectors have paid tens of thousands, even up to millions, to get their hands on them. Okay, let's get into the million-dollar question. How can a 1967 quarter, normally worth 25 cents, jump to millions in value? It's all about condition and scarcity. A 1967 no-mint mark quarter in pristine condition, graded by top coin grading services like PCGS or NGC, can bring in huge money. The highest graded examples, MS67 and above, are extremely rare. And if an error is found on top of that, now you're talking big bucks. In fact, one such error quarter sold for an astounding price in an auction. The bidding started in the hundreds but climbed into the millions when collectors realized its rarity. Can you believe that? So, you want to know if your 1967 no-mint mark quarter is worth anything? Here's how you can find out. First, check the coin's overall condition. Look for any major scratches, dings, or wear. The fewer flaws, the better. Next, examine it closely for any unusual features, double strikes, off-center strikes, or anything that seems out of the ordinary. If you find something interesting, consider getting it graded by a professional. A grading service will give your coin an official rating, and this can help determine if it's truly worth thousands or even millions. So, could your 1967 no-mint mark quarter be worth millions? It's possible. Make sure to check your change and those old coin jars. You never know what treasure might be hiding there. We're talking about a coin that might be sitting in your pocket change right now. The 1983 P-Mint Mark Washington Quarter. Believe it or not, this coin can be worth millions of dollars. Yes, you heard that right. The 1983 P quarter might look like just another everyday coin, but what's behind its seemingly ordinary appearance has turned it into one of the most sought-after coins in the US. And today, we're going to explore why that is, its history, and what makes it so incredibly valuable. Let's take a trip back to 1983. The US Mint was busy striking millions of Washington quarters, but something significant happened that year. The mint facilities in Philadelphia, that's what the P-Mint mark stands for, struck over 673 million quarters. However, due to a combination of events, including the economic downturn and production issues, most of these coins were heavily circulated, and very few were saved in uncirculated or pristine condition. 1983 was also unique because there were no official mint sets produced by the US Mint for collectors that year. This made it incredibly difficult to find 1983 quarters in mint state or high-grade condition. Okay, so why is this coin so rare? As I mentioned, 1983 was a tough year for collectors because most of these quarters went straight into circulation. They were used, abused, and over time, the ones in excellent condition became incredibly scarce. Finding a 1983 P Washington quarter in mint state or MS65 grade or higher is now like finding a needle in a haystack. Only a handful of these coins remain in top condition, and when one surfaces, it creates a massive buzz among collectors. So here's the big question: how much is a 1983 P quarter really worth? In circulated condition, it's only worth about 25 cents, maybe $1 to some collectors. But if you happen to have one in MS67 or MS68 grade, the value skyrockets. Back in 2020, an MS67, graded 1983 P Washington quarter sold at auction for an astounding $13,200. But here's the real kicker: an even better grade coin, say MS68, could fetch upwards of hundreds of thousands. And in the rarest, most pristine examples, it's speculated that one could eventually hit the $1 million mark. That's right, this little coin right here, if in the right condition, could be worth millions. And the key is all in the condition. Sharp details, no scratches, no wear, and perfect luster. Now you're probably wondering, how can I tell if I have a rare 1983 P quarter? First, grab a magnifying glass or, even better, take your coin to a professional coin grader. You're looking for sharp details, especially on Washington's hair and the eagle on the reverse. Coins that show minimal wear, no major scratches, and have that fresh from the mint shine are the ones that could be worth the most. If your coin looks like it just came out of a vending machine, chances are it won't be in that high-grade category. But hey, it's always worth checking. So, there you have it, the 1983 P Mint Mark Washington quarter. A coin with an incredible backstory and the potential to change your life financially if you find one in pristine condition. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone with a jar full of loose change, take a moment to go through your quarters. You never know. You could be sitting on $1 million treasure. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more exciting coin stories and tips on how to spot rare coins. Hey, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Have you ever imagined holding a 1999 D Mint Mark $quarter coin in your hands that could be worth millions of dollars? Yes, you heard that right, millions. This isn't just another regular coin. So, what makes this particular quarter so special, and why are collectors willing to pay jaw-dropping amounts for it? Stick around because we're about to dive deep into the fascinating history and the incredible value of this rare find. The 1999 D Mint Mark $quarter is part of the State Quarters Program, which was launched by the U.S. Mint in 1999. This program celebrated each of the 50 states with unique designs on the reverse of the quarter coins. The D Mint mark means it was minted in Denver, Colorado. 1999 was an exciting year for collectors, as it was the first year these state quarters were released, with 5 different state designs minted in this year: Delaware, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Georgia, and Connecticut. But with millions of 1999 D Mint Mark quarters minted, how can one of them be worth millions? Well, let's find out what makes a certain few of these coins so valuable. While most 1999 D quarters were produced in large quantities, certain variations and errors make some of these coins stand out. The most valuable quarters are those with minting errors. Whether it's a misprint, double die strike, or even a unique off-center design. Some of the most prized examples include coins that were accidentally struck on the wrong metal planchet or those with significant design errors. These coins are extremely rare and are the ones that fetch those million-dollar prices at auctions. Imagine finding a 1999 D quarter with one of these minting errors. It's like winning the coin collector's lottery. But rarity isn't the only factor. Condition plays a huge role, too. When it comes to valuable coins, condition is key. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, flawless coin. If a 1999 D quarter is found in asterisk mint state condition, a grade of MS65 or higher, its value skyrockets. Combine that with a rare minting error, and you're looking at a potential million-dollar coin. Many of these error quarters have sold at auction for staggering amounts due to their rarity, condition, and high demand from collectors who are willing to pay top dollar for a piece of history. So, why are collectors willing to pay millions for these quarters? It all boils down to supply and demand. The rarer the coin, the more collectors will compete to own it. Some 1999 D error quarters have been sold for over $1 million at auctions because they're nearly impossible to find, and their historical value only increases over time. Add in the fact that these coins are from the highly collectible State Quarters series, and you've got a perfect storm of rarity, demand, and historical significance. It's the ultimate coin collector's dream. Look for the D on the front of the quarter, just under the date. Check for signs of doubling, misprints, or off-center strikes. If you suspect you've got a rare coin, send it to a professional grading service for an expert opinion. The closer to mint state your quarter is, the more valuable it could be. Don't forget, while finding one of these million-dollar coins is rare, it's always worth taking a close look at your quarters. You never know when you might hit the jackpot. We're talking about a modern coin that could be hiding in your change, the 2006 D Mint Mark $quarter, which has surprised collectors by being worth millions of dollars. That's right, a 2006 quarter you might have right now could be your ticket to wealth. Let's dive into its history and why this coin is causing a stir in the coin collecting world. First, let's talk a bit about the history of this fascinating coin. The 2006 D Mint Mark Quarter is part of the State Quarter series, one of the most popular collections ever released by the U.S. Mint. These quarters were produced between 1999 and 2008 to honor all 50 states. The D Mint mark means it was minted in Denver, one of the two mints that produced these coins. In 2006, 5 state quarters were released, representing Nevada, Nebraska, Colorado, North Dakota, and South Dakota. If you've got one of these, you might be in luck. Now, typically, millions of these coins were minted, and most of them are worth their face value, just 25 cents. So, what makes some of these 2006 D quarters worth a fortune? Well, it all comes down to rare errors and unique coin variations that can drive collectors wild. Let's talk about the million-dollar question. How can a simple 2006 D quarter be worth so much? It all comes down to rare errors and minting mistakes that make these coins highly sought after by collectors. Some 2006 D quarters have unique double die errors, where the design elements appear slightly doubled. These are incredibly rare, and when discovered in pristine condition, they can fetch mind-blowing prices at auction. In some cases, these error coins have been known to sell for tens of thousands of dollars. But get this, a few pristine examples have sold for even more. One particular 2006 D Mint Mark Quarter with a unique error recently hit the market and sold for over $1 million. It was the perfect storm. Rare error, flawless condition, and a determined collector willing to pay top dollar. So, check your change, because you could be holding onto a hidden treasure. Look for doubling on the lettering or design details, especially around Washington's face or the state designs. The coin's condition is crucial. Coins in mint state condition, meaning they've been untouched and uncirculated, are worth much more. Check for scratches, dents, or wear. Look for any other unusual features, like off-center strikes, missing details, or other minting mistakes. Even if your coin doesn't have a major error, a high-grade 2006 D quarter in pristine condition can still be valuable, with some selling for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. So, there you have it. The 2006 D Mint Mark Quarter may just be sitting in your pocket right now, waiting to be discovered. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone curious about your spare change, now is the time to check those quarters. Who knows? You might be holding onto $1 million coin. Have you ever found a rare or valuable coin in your collection? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on more valuable coin tips. We're talking about a coin that might be hiding in your pocket change or tucked away in a drawer. The 1995 D Mint Mark Washington Quarter Dollar. You won't believe how this simple coin could be worth millions. So, if you have one, keep watching because we're uncovering its fascinating history and value. Let's get into it. The Washington Quarter has been a staple of U.S. coinage since 1932. Originally designed to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The 1995 D Mint Mark Quarter is a part of this long-standing series. But there's more to this year than meets the eye. First, let's talk about the D Mint mark. This means the quarter was struck at the Denver Mint in Colorado. In 1995, the Denver Mint produced over 1.1 billion quarters, making it a relatively common year. But not every 1995 D quarter is ordinary. There are certain versions that collectors would love to get their hands on, and those are the ones that could be worth a fortune. So, what makes this quarter from 1995 so special? There are a few reasons why certain coins are worth more than face value. In the case of the 1995 D Washington Quarter, we're looking for rare errors, high-grade examples, and even some mysterious variations that make collectors go wild. Error coins are often mistruck during the minting process, creating unique imperfections like double dies, off-center strikes, or missing details. These errors make the coin rare and sought after by collectors. Even a slight variation could mean the difference between a quarter worth 25 cents and one worth thousands or even millions of dollars. Another key to determining the value of your 1995 D quarter is its condition. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, uncirculated coin. If you have a 1995 D quarter that's in near-perfect condition, it could be worth much more than face value. Some 1995 D quarters that have been graded MS-67 or higher have sold for over $1,000. And rumor has it that an MS-70 specimen could fetch millions due to its rarity and demand among collectors. Could I be sitting on a fortune? How do you know if your 1995 D quarter is the million-dollar find? First, grab a magnifying glass and inspect your quarter for any signs of errors. Look for anything unusual, like double striking or misalignment. Second, check the overall condition of the coin. Is it free of scratches and wear? The better its condition, the higher its value. Now, let's talk about the most exciting part, the auction block. Over the years, Washington quarters have made headlines for fetching jaw-dropping prices. Some pristine, rare 1995 D quarters have been known to break records, selling for tens of thousands of dollars. The possibility of finding that perfect, million-dollar quarter is what drives collectors crazy. If your 1995 D quarter has the right combination of rarity, condition, and a bit of luck, it could be the next big sale in the world of coin auctions. So, check your coins. That lucky find could be waiting. Before we wrap up, here are a few final tips for anyone who thinks they've hit the jackpot. If you believe your coin is special, get it authenticated and graded by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. This will give you a more accurate idea of its value and help you when selling to collectors or at auction. And remember, patience is key. The world of rare coins is unpredictable, and values can skyrocket at any time. So, do your research, and you might just be holding on to a small fortune. We're diving into the history and incredible value of a modern coin that's making waves in the collecting world. The 2000 P Mint Mark Quarter Dollar. This coin may seem ordinary, but some of them have sold for millions of dollars. Stick around to find out why. The year 2000 was a monumental time for U.S. coin collectors because it was part of the popular *50 State Quarters series. Launched by the U.S. Mint in 1999, this series honored each state with its own unique design. The 2000 P Mint Mark Quarter Dollar, struck in Philadelphia, featured designs from Massachusetts, Maryland, South Carolina, New Hampshire, and Virginia. But wait, what makes this specific 2000 P quarter stand out from the rest? It turns out there are a few special factors that can turn a simple 25-cent coin into a million-dollar treasure. While most 2000 P quarters were produced without incident, it's the rare minting errors that make some of these coins so valuable. The Philadelphia Mint produced millions of coins, but sometimes mistakes happen. These errors can include off-center strikes, double dies, or rare planchet errors, all of which can make a coin incredibly valuable to collectors. One particularly famous error is the mule coin, a coin struck with mismatched designs on either side. Though there's no confirmed mule for the 2000 P, some collectors dream of finding one. Rare and unique minting errors like these can drastically boost the coin's value. Now, let's talk about the million-dollar question. How can a coin like this be worth millions? First off, pristine condition is key. Coins that are graded highly by professional grading services, such as MS-68 or MS-69, are rare finds. The better the condition, the higher the demand. Additionally, if you come across a coin with an error, like a double die or an off-center strike, it could fetch astronomical prices at auction. Recently, rare error coins from other years have sold for millions of dollars, sparking massive interest in other rare finds, like the 2000 P quarter. So, how do you know if your 2000 P quarter is worth millions? Start by examining it closely under a magnifying glass. Look for any unusual markings or imperfections. Next, check the condition. Has it been heavily circulated, or does it still have that shiny, fresh off the mint look? The fewer scratches, the better. If you think you've got a special coin on your hands, consider getting it graded by a professional coin grading service. It might cost a little up front, but the potential payout could be life-changing. So there you have it. The 2000 P Mint Mark Quarter may be a common coin, but certain rare versions could make you a millionaire. Whether you're an avid collector or just someone curious about what's in your pocket, This is a coin worth looking out for. Have you ever come across a rare 2000p quarter? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on more fascinating coin stories. We're diving into a seemingly ordinary coin that might be sitting in your pocket change right now, the 1994 D Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar. But what if I told you that certain versions of this coin are worth millions of dollars? Sounds unbelievable, right? Stick around as we unravel the history, unique features, and why some of these coins are so highly coveted by collectors. Let's start with some background on the Washington quarter. The Washington quarter was first minted in 1932 to celebrate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The design, featuring Washington's portrait, was created by sculptor John Flanagan and has been a staple of U.S. currency ever since. Fast forward to 1994. This year marked a significant period for the U.S. Mint as it continued producing Washington quarters in huge quantities. That year, the Denver Mint struck millions of 1994 D quarters, making it a common coin. But hold on, not all of these quarters are ordinary. In the world of coin collecting, minting errors can transform a common coin into a rare and valuable find. In some cases, the 1994 D quarters were struck with major errors like off-center strikes, double dies, or even coins struck on the wrong metal planchets. These errors are highly sought after by collectors and can skyrocket the value of the coin. Even if your 1994 D quarter doesn't have an error, it could still be valuable if it's in exceptional condition. Coins graded as MS-65 or higher by professional grading services are extremely rare for this year. A coin in such pristine condition, with no signs of wear, could fetch thousands or even millions at auction. Although millions of 1994 D quarters were minted, certain rare versions or trial strikes could potentially have much lower numbers in existence. Any of these rare varieties could hold immense value to collectors, pushing their worth into the millions. Now, let's talk numbers. What makes some 1994 D quarters worth millions of dollars? For a regular, circulated 1994 D Washington quarter, it might only be worth 25 cents or slightly more to a collector. But in rare cases where there's a minting error or the coin is in near-perfect condition, the value skyrockets. Some auctions have seen quarters from the 1990s fetch staggering prices due to rarity, errors, and their MS-65 or MS-67 grades. If you're lucky enough to own one of these coins in such pristine condition or with an extraordinary error, you might be sitting on a fortune. So, how do you know if you have one of these rare and valuable coins? Use a magnifying glass to carefully inspect your quarter. Look for any visible signs of errors, such as double designs, off-center strikes, or unusual features. If your quarter has minimal wear and tear, consider sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC to assess its grade. The higher the grade, the more valuable it could be. It's always a good idea to have your coin authenticated by a professional, especially if you believe you have a rare error or high-grade example. IT might sound impossible, but 1994 D quarters have made headlines at auctions, selling for incredible amounts. Some collectors are willing to pay huge sums for the right coin. For instance, a high-grade 1994 D quarter certified in MS-67 condition could sell for tens of thousands, and error coins could go for even more. So, there you have it, the story of the 1994 D Washington quarter and why some of these coins could be worth millions. Whether it's due to rare minting errors or their immaculate condition, these coins have proven that even the most common change can hold extraordinary value. Make sure to check your pocket change and those old coin collections, because you never know, your 1994 D quarter could be the next big find. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more coin collecting tips, and drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare or valuable coin.